Mac, how we doing this week?
Good. How are you?
We're doing well. I imagine this is an interview that you would look forward to more than some others. We've come in and asked you a few different times, hey, that Eagles game, you had the ball, you had an opportunity to get a come-from-behind victory. Dolphins game, same thing. There was an opportunity to do it, and you kept telling us it would happen. You kept telling us that, we got to stick with the process, and ultimately we're going to see the results. How does it feel to actually pull one of those games out?
Yeah, I think what you just said, the process is very important to all of us, and I think when you stick with it and not look at the results and understand how to win games, it helps, but it's just one game, and we got to continue to grow on that. It's obviously a step in the right direction, but want to keep working and try and do it every week.
Wanted to ask you about Mike Onwenu over at right tackle.
Yeah.
How different did it feel having him play in that position out there? I know he played there his rookie year at times as well.
Yeah. I've been in there with Mike at right tackle before and practice and stuff like that too, and just great versatility. It's not easy to do that as a lineman. I mean, I never played offensive line, but I can imagine that's pretty difficult to go, maybe you're on the left side, then you're on the right guard or right tackle spot and flipping around. It's not easy, but I think it shows that he's a very versatile player, which is hard to show as a lineman, right? Some guys play their whole life at left tackle or right tackle, and for him to do that was really cool to see.
Would you like to see him continue playing there?
Yeah, I think whatever helps the team, right? And I feel like he did a great job. Not only that, on like the one play, he jumped on the ball, in that one play, which was really, really good by him. And just being a heads-up football player. And, I've been with him for 3 years now and really respect Mike and everything he's done.
Mac, after the game on the field, you were asked about, what was different this week, and you said Bill O'Brien and the game plan. What stood out about O'Brien's game plan this week? How did you guys sort of work together maybe differently than you had the previous 6?
Yeah, I think, like I talked about, just sticking to the process and just trying to find ways to win. And it's doing the little things, doing the hard things, all that stuff. So definitely made some progress there and want to continue to grow in that matter. Like I said, one game doesn't define you, so just keep working. And I'll say that every week, just keep working and trust the process.
That interview that Arcand just referenced, you singled out Bill O'Brien, as he said, and doing some of the things that you used in college, quote unquote. What were those things, and why maybe hadn't they been used as much in the first 6 weeks of the year?
Yeah, I think the schematics and stuff can change week to week in the NFL, and definitely want to just try and find our identity like we talk about and go out there and compete with each other. Really, it's honestly like football is a lot about the plays, but it's more about the people. So really just getting together and playing for each other, and we have to do that every week. We can't do it one week and then not the next. So really got to flip the page and focus on how we can do that this week versus Miami.
There's this video and a screenshot going around of you at the line of scrimmage right before you had the touchdown to Mike Gesicki, and you're kind of exchanging a look with Gesicki, it looks like. Was there something that you specifically caught at the line of scrimmage there where you guys kind of had an unspoken communication, a look that you gave before you went ahead and he ran that route?
Yeah, I think Mike has a very good understanding as a pass catcher and route runner, so really, he just got open, and I got him the ball, and we've run that play a lot, and he's executed it really well all the time. So I knew we had the confidence to do it. It's just doing it in the toughest moment in the game.
Were you worried he was going to blow it because he was going to look too excited?
No, I did know what his celebration was going to be.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. I was like, were you guys working on? Was it like a wink and a nod, like, hey, we're going to break out, the gritty here? Is that what it was?
I don't know about that.
All right. Well, with that in mind, Gesicki with the touchdown. You had Bourne with a touchdown there, all in the fourth quarter. These fourth quarters have been sort of trying, in the past, and I know Jones sort of brought this up, but was there maybe a different, especially after that last touchdown from Buffalo when you had the ball, was there sort of a different mindset maybe that you had going into that last drive?
Yeah, I think the mindset was definitely there. That was just focus, have intentional focus, and not only me but everybody else as well. Just bring the team together in the huddle and tell them that we can go do it. So, got to do it every time if we can. Got to, if you have 4 downs to make a play, then make the plays. So, I feel like we can grow in that area and continue to do that.
In the past, in interviews with us even, you've talked about communication and how important that is to you and the other guys in your team. What level would you say the communication was at this week?
Good. It was really good. I think coaches, players, coaches, but at the end of the day, we're out there together, and there's always stuff we can improve on. But at the end of the day, if you do 90% or 95%, really good communication, then you're going to come out with a clean game. So, like I said, there's still the 5-10% that you want to close on, but at the end of the day, it's good to have that for sure.
You're 2-5 with the big win yesterday over Buffalo. Do you believe this team is capable of turning it around and making the playoffs?
I try to just focus, like I always talk about, focus on the week. It's hard, right? It's kind of like talking about results too, and obviously you have goals and things like that, but really just focus on Miami and kind of just trying to grow off what we did. Obviously you want to grow off that, but really turn the page and start fresh as well. As
you look towards Miami, it seems like you guys were ultra prepared for this Buffalo game, and now you're turning the page to Miami. How different is it for you guys to game plan within your own division? Does it feel like a different process compared to, say, preparing for somebody like, I don't know, Washington down the line?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for sure every team, around the league, they play, guys in their division multiple times. So you definitely see that. And like I said earlier, there's only so many plays you can run. There's only so much you can do. So really it's about people and communicating and going out there and playing for each other. So as long as we continue to do that, I feel like we can make strides. And really, like you said, the scheme, you play some teams 2-3 times a year depending on the year, and you got to go out there and execute your job, really.
Do you get motivated by proving doubters wrong, or are you more of a block out the noise kind of guy?
I mean, every competitor wants to do well on Sunday or whenever they play their game. So I definitely just want to focus on that, focus on what I can do to be better, and continue to do that.
We're talking to Patriots quarterback Mac Jones here on a Patriots Monday. Jones and Mego with Arcand live at Gillette Stadium on WEEI. Did you get a chance to congratulate Bill on the new contract yet?
Ha! Thought you were going to talk about the 300 win.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The contract? No.
The 300th win.
300th win, yes.
Yeah, we I think that's really cool that happened, and I know we want more. So thought that was great that we, that he got that done, and it's cool to be the quarterback for the game.
You mentioned the 300th win, regular season win for Bill. You played for legendary coaches going all the way back to high school. What is it like playing for Bill Belichick?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a great experience. Like you said, I've been very fortunate to have played quarterback for, Corky Rogers was my high school coach, passed away, but winningest Florida, coach in history, and obviously Coach Saban and Coach Belichick. So I guess I'll have a good book one day. But yeah, it's
a memoir.
But it's good to have that. I think that's very important for players. When you have a great history of great coaches that you've worked with, I think that really helps.
Bill had a lot of jokes with the media after the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was very loose the day before talking about Scar for his ceremony. Is that a side of Bill that you've gotten to see much of in your 3 years here? Him being, a little bit less smirky and more jokey, or somewhere in between?
Smirky or jokey, I like that. I think really, I think everyone brings their own personality, whether that's a player. I always think about somebody like KB who always has positive energy and things like that. So coaches have, their personalities too. So I always say that about myself, just be yourself, right? And you got to really enjoy the people that you're working with, regardless of the result. You got to enjoy it and go out there and compete every week, and that's players and coaches.
Mac, you got the Dolphins coming up, tough loss against them in week 2. What sort of lessons from that week 2 game are you going to bring into the second matchup here?
Yeah, like I always say, every week's a new week, but as Mego was talking about, I mean, you get to play a team again, pretty soon. So it's kind of different, but we've done that. I've done that since I've been in the NFL, playing some teams back to back and things like that. So definitely you want to look at the game and see what you can learn. And but like I said, it really just goes back to us and what do we do well, what do we need to do, and that's play together and play as one. So definitely need to hit that.
It's time now for our quarterback question of the week. It's brought to you by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in men's sexual health, with offices in Dedham, Marlboro, Woburn, and Salem, New Hampshire. You can visit northeastmenshealth.com. You said last week that you're a private person who doesn't like to share a lot of personal stuff, but you also feel sometimes you're misconstrued, was the word you used at the podium. Why do you feel that way?
I think it's just I try to, keep my football life as my football life. And, like you said, I don't really come on here and talk about family or personal things. I've never done that. But I do have a life just like everybody else, and that's part of it, right? You go up there to answer questions about football, and showing your personality. That's something I can do because, like I always say, I'm going to be myself, and that's plenty good enough.
But
No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, when you say you feel misconstrued, do you feel that you can be yourself? Like, do you feel like you're comfortable and can be yourself in that setting?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think maybe people would not misconstrue you if they knew more about you?
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Maybe never.
Do you let your dog on your furniture?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rose,
See, I think that says a lot about a
there's
person.
detail.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she knows, like, she's a good dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So she deserves it.
The dog runs the house. I know. I know how that goes in the Jones household. Anyway, well, Mac, we appreciate the time. Congratulations on the comeback victory yesterday. Good luck this week against the Dolphins. We'll talk to you next Monday.
All right. Thanks. See ya.
Thanks, Mac.
All right, Mac
Thank you, Mac.
Jones, as all our guests, joins us on the Harbor One Hotline.